Hi, success, 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 and everyone wants success in life. And today I am going to share how to succeed in civil services in a simple way. Though many candidates have been putting their efforts like hard work, long hours of preparation, one of the best materials in the country, strong determination, yet people are not succeeding in this exam. Where the drawback lies? The drawback lies in their preparation and what exactly this exam requires. Today let us see. And one fact about this exam is that 10 lakh people are applying for this exam and 1000 people are being selected. The success ratio is out of every 1000 students who are applying, one is getting selected. All of them keep the efforts, but most of the efforts goes futile. Now here I want to tell you where the problem lies. For any structure, maybe Burj Khalifa, the tallest structure in the world, or big dams, where the support lies? The support lies at the base, we call it foundation. Without a strong foundation or proper base, students are preparing for civil services. The base or the planning or the foundation, what I call, is most important in this exam. Now, how to have this foundation? Keywords play a crucial role to become topper in civil services. Now, that's why we have I have developed a program like this. Suppose NCERTs. So NCERTs, simply we don't say that read the NCERTs, okay, these are the topics. Now all the coaching institutes are coming out like this. On board something will be flashing, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this teacher will be reading out, okay, 1, IVC was founded so and so here, 2, so like that. And this program is not going to be like that. So crystal clear idea of NCERTs. And after completion of NCERTs, we will be conducting exams both objective and descriptive on those topics. Now let me share. So I have with me 6th class NCERT book, and how to read NCERT, it's more important. Suppose let me take a point of one topic is India related to 1 second. Our country, India. Since that one map is given and a question is obvious from map. Now, how to read India map? Most of them think that all capitals are union territories, that's sufficient. It's not like that. So the questions which are being asked previously in UPSC, you should know, and how the questions are being asked. I'll tell you, and current affairs also should be linked. Now you all know that even though we have this COVID, China is trying to dare into Indian territory, and a question can be expected from China-India border. Now the question can be, which of the following states have border with China? And that is there in 6th class NCERT. So Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh. So this you should inculcate into the student's mind. So this is the way the questions can be asked, not simply reading the capitals. And we'll work on it. Again, we have Kalapani issue with Nepal, and that can be a possible question. With Nepal we have borders. So this is how we should learn. And once there is a question, arrange the following cities from north to south. And you should know some important cities north to south or south to north, east to west. So, this is how we are going to train the students. It is more of interactive rather than simply giving lectures. And this will be best suited for this exam. So, this is how NCERTs are to be read. So, this is one example I gave you. One more example I can share from history point of view. There is a topic called Legacy of Ancient India. In that he gave a topic called Mauryan art. Now, students, okay, they read in this Mauryan art, what is it? For example, I will read it for you. Chandragupta Maurya built his structures intricately carved wood. Wood was preferred material in constructing buildings. Good. But now, how we are going to train the students is, in the course of time, Ashoka replaced wood with stone. Why stone was replaced? So, they should understand that there was paucity of wood because of urbanization. Lot of wood was used for house constructions. There was paucity of wood, and wood can be easily damaged. Stone can retain for longer period of time. That analysis we are going to provide. So, this is one of the hallmark of teaching. Now, the second one, okay, now I can't go beyond more. So, these are simple, I am going to say you. Second one, strong current affairs base. Many people think that, okay, so many websites are there, so many links are there now. Hindu analysis, and preferably Hindu paper is the best. Someone will be coming today, Hindu headlines, let us read, and he reads, and these people keep earpods or whatever it is, and they start listening. It is like a story, and at the end of the day he told something and they listened something and it will be evaporated. No, it is not like that. We should indulge student in reading newspaper, original newspaper, not the crisp form. Last time All India topper said the same thing in one of his interviews. Hindu newspaper to be read in a detailed way from the original copy, maybe in e-form, maybe in physical form. After the end of the session, one student asked, "Sir, which link is better for reading?" Then the topper said, "You are not going to succeed if you do the same thing." Now, what we are going to, in what way we help the students in understanding Hindu newspaper, we will give them the main headlines, and we will teach also. For example, let me say one point here. Now, today's newspaper, 6th June, there is one topic on Israel-Palestine. Now, students, okay, we will tell, okay, what is this Israel-Palestine, and we teach them to understand the background. Because UPSC is asking, suppose a topic is in news, background they are asking. And every week, entire newspaper, current affairs, this is fixed. And every week you will be having an exam on current affairs. And every student should have a thorough knowledge of current affairs and current events. Current affairs means this year information, current events means, okay, going back for last 10 to 20 years, the questions are being asked. Banana wars was asked, car wars were asked, and every student should know 1945 to 1945 to 2019, all the events, and we are going to cover all those things. And next, the third aspect, weekly exams. I don't want to elaborate it, you all know that. We don't simply conduct exams, we will have discussion on the topic also. We will have a discussion on the topic. So how to eliminate, this is an art and it will come in the process. And the fourth area, what I am talking about is, many people think that my English is not good, I am not fit for this exam. They did not worry. They need not worry. They are not testing the English. They are testing the subject, application of the subject. Technical jargons are not important in this exam. But what is important? The keywords. The subject language I call current affairs as its own subject. This is how the program works. Hope most of you avail the opportunity and get success in life and a strong foundation for this exam. And this is the director Ramesh Guntireddy signing off. Thank you.